I would like to thank Craig Jerry for sending me this story. Huh. Here we have a man by the name of Rick Butler, who probably at this point now was a volleyball coach. And he raped 6 girls hundreds of times. But get this, his wife was in on it too. It said that his wife bullied the victims. Can you imagine that? They were tag teaming on this shit. And the reason being, it says in a quote, "because I can." That's how the article starts off. When one of Rick Butler's young victims first asked why he was assaulting her, that was his answer, according to a new bombshell class action lawsuit filed against the coach. Butler was for years considered most powerful coach in youth volleyball, according to a 72-page complaint, which alleges that he used his position to rape at least 6 underage girls hundreds of times. Butler, who had the ability to place the teenage girls he coaches at top college volleyball programs, even impregnated one of his alleged victims. The victims were each at the top of their game, rising stars in need of a coach to propel them to the next level and help them get a scholarship to an elite college. The complaint additionally notes that Butler used that leverage over the girls and their parents to manipulate them. The suit identifies several accusers, including Julia Ramirez, Sarah Powers Barnhart, Christine Tuzzi, and Beth Rose. All of those allegations were first reported by the Sun-Times. According to Powers Barnhart, Butler began inappropriately touching her when she was just 16 years old on a team trip to Syracuse, New York. He allegedly told her that she needed to follow me blindly, kissed her, and followed her on that same trip. Days later, he raped her for the first time. She lay motionless in a terrified state. It was painful and resulted in her bleeding. After Butler was very angry that she had not enjoyed it. Wow. Over the following years, Butler allegedly raped her and abused her countless times, all while punishing her on the court and during practice. When he allegedly began raping her teammate Beth Rose, the lawsuit claims he bragged about how much Powers Barnhart enjoyed the assault. After allegedly raping Christine Tuzzi hundreds of times, she became pregnant. Butler allegedly drove her to an abortion clinic. After the procedure, he forced her to masturbate him, according to the harrowing complaint. The coach's wife, Cheryl Butler, stands accused of helping her husband hide the alleged rampant abuse by threatening the victims into silence over a span of 3 decades. Their Chicago area club, Sports Performance Volleyball Club, is also named as a defendant in the suit. They have persistently intimidated and attempted to discredit the few of his victims brave enough to come forward by exerting emotional and psychological control over them. Laura Mullen's daughter was coached by Butler but is not specified as a victim of sexual abuse by Butler. The family paid substantial fees for Butler's coaching over the years but was not aware of the allegations against Butler until June 2017. Mullen seeks monetary compensation, injunctive relief, and attorney fees. USA Volleyball first banned Butler from coaching girls in 1995 following an initial investigation, but that ban was partially lifted in 2000. It was reinstated in January of this year. Butler is now also banned by Amateur Athletic Union and Junior Volleyball. Many of the organizations were initially vague about their bans, but USA Volleyball reportedly later clarified that it received allegations of sexual misconduct and abusive coaching practices against Mr. Butler, which caused it to bring a disciplinary action against the formerly renowned coach. Butler has not been charged with any crimes, and his accusers told the Sun-Times that the relevant statutes of limitations have expired. Wow. Well, you can just look at this guy right here, and his mugshot scares me. That's why I'd even pull it up. And I didn't want y'all to jump. I need y'all to breathe. But I have no words. This doesn't surprise me. Remember that guy, I forgot his name, who just went to jail for all them years, where the judge practically threw the book at his ass when he was doing what he was doing with those Olympic gymnasts, those girls? The same thing needs to happen to this guy. Maybe he needs to get put in front of that judge so she can throw the book. And I mean, the book, the desk, the lamp, the pen, the pad, the glass of water, the goddamn thing that the person types on, throw all of that at him. But now they're talking about the statute of limitations. Here I am thinking they came forward immediately, but they said over the span of 3 decades. So we're talking about all the way back, let's see, back in the 80s, late 80s. And possibly even before then. It's just that these were the ones that came forward. But they said he hasn't even been charged with any crimes. And they said see, this is the thing. They love allowing white people like him that get all these second and third chances. They said they put a ban on him in 95, but they partially lifted it in 2000. So that means probably over the course of from 2000 to now, or maybe to last year, he was doing God knows what with God knows who. They let him have free reign. White people going to learn that white privilege is not going to be all that it's cracked up to be. But you know what? That is their problem, not ours. It's only so much privilege they can have that can save them from themselves. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments.